started there, it's gonna start good.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there like things specifically you want to talk about? Because I got one topic that I feel like might be a little bit edgy.
Wait,
But,
I hope it's not the same like me because I brought up Andrew Tate.
Nah.
I wanted to talk about Andrew Tate. I feel like fuck, we're gonna get views. If I put Andrew's face on the thumbnail, we're gonna get views.
See, like, okay, so I
or
know
we might get banned.
Yeah, depending on where we stand on the border, which is an interesting border as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, what specifically, like just Andrew Tate?
Just in general, like what we think about him and like what do you think about him getting banned? So like he got banned from everything. It's crazy. He did an interview with Patrick Bet David. You know who that guy is? He's like this business guy. I don't know. I think he's Syrian or something like that. And he interviews everyone. He interviews Kobe Bryant. He interviews like sports athletes, businessmen. He interviewed Warren Buffett and shit. I don't know if he did that, but you know, like really rich people he interviews. And he interviewed Andrew Tate, and he did a 5-hour podcast with Andrew Tate. That's crazy.
He really broke him down.
He really did. But I was listening to it, and Tate never, like, if you're talking for 5 hours, I feel like at some stage you might just revert to, like, who you really are. And Tate was constantly just like, I said this, I said that. Just go for 5 hours straight, man.
My god, he's got that Alex Jones energy.
Literally, man, it's crazy.
For hours and just be like, still so onto it. Like he can't fucking stray away.
Yeah.
But then it's like next thing, next constantly. Opinion.
But yeah, and the thing I realized about Andrew Tate, he just constantly talks about him. Like he talks about other things as well, but it's always about him, which is fucking hilarious.
Like the little clips I've seen, it's like, you know, like if my woman, like all this shit is like about I own her and all. He's like some of the what I don't know if he's like Middle Eastern or what. Like if that maybe has some influence, or maybe it's just like this thing that's always been around. It's been around in every fucking culture. Yeah, that it's like you own a person.
But he has that emperor mindset, like the king. Like if you're an elite man, he always says, and that's exactly. He always says that if Top G, right? Or whatever he says. Yeah. If you're an elite man, you can have multiple wives. You look at the kings back in the day; they had like 6 wives and shit. He always says crazy shit like that, which is fine. If like 6 women want to marry you, that's fine, right? Like who am I to tell you not to do it? But I wouldn't do it. I mean, I can't do it. I don't think I have the capability to like date 6 women. That's crazy.
I think I know what might have happened.
Yeah,
he was literally just like trained, like you know how you go to like you had fucking like the training you had for Charles Manson. Yeah, like obviously like all that background fucking MK Ultra shit. Yeah, it was the same thing but in a fucking fraternity.
Yeah.
And he was just like fucking woman, Sigma, Omega,
Sigma
fucking
male,
all this shit. They're like training daily, like it's like a full on cult. Yeah. But it's like, and like I don't know, man. He's got that like level of talking to people and that confidence that it's like
he can convince people for sure.
To the point that is, and especially like the world is introverted now, so like you just need someone to be loud. Like you felt it in like school and shit. You needed one kid to be loud, and everyone would just follow suit. Yeah. And that's literally what I'm looking at right now. Yeah. So I feel like it's still a persona to a level. Yeah. He probably thinks like that, but he's definitely outplaying it.
Yeah, oh for sure. He's definitely pushing, like he knows this is what's gonna get the clicks. This is why he's as famous, as talked about as he is, right? We're literally talking about him as well. There's no reason we should be talking about him, but we are, you know?
Exactly. And it's the Logan Paul, Jake Paul fucking situation all over it.
Yeah, I feel literally, yeah. They just find a way to just get clicks, get views. He'll just say like, he said something crazy where he was like, oh, if I think he said, if my son is a fat gamer, I will challenge him to Mortal Kombat and the last man standing will win, or something crazy. But nah, he admitted that was a joke in that interview itself. The girl that was interviewing said it's a bit much, and he's like, yeah, it is. I'm just joking. But he says wild shit just to get that TikTok clip.
I think, you know what I think it is? I think he's giving people exactly what they want.
Yeah.
Because like legit, everyone's like I keep seeing these posts specifically about masculinity and how like there's one that really fucks with me is like, you know, so many % of boys are raised in like, you know, a single parent, which is only a mother, and then, you know, of those kids, like so many go to school and are taught by female teachers. Yeah. And it's like the problem isn't toxic masculinity, it's just no masculinity. Yeah. Because like that balance like is really showing now where like it feels like when you do anything that's over the top, it feels like it's like out of place.
Yeah.
And I feel like that should not be a thing. It
Exactly.
never was a thing before.
Yeah.
So like Andrew Tate is literally just like taking it's being condensed from like the start of the fucking 90s, I feel.
Yeah.
Till now it's just being condensed, this like masculinity shit just being like,
and he popped exploding it.
Legit,
Yeah.
He popped it and now we're just gonna see the fucking consequence of like all these people, like these professors are like, you know, this kid's got ADHD, this kid's got this kid's got that. Where they could have just let him run outside, fucking fall over, like fight each other. Like there's so many fucking shows and shit that like just try to teach you like, you know, it's okay to just go and fucking get hurt and learn from that shit. That's like life, like and it's being taken away. We're like legit gonna be in like little pods, like just, fucking Wall-E. Yeah,
you're living like a structured kind of life. And it's weird how I was seeing a Joe Rogan clip. I didn't see the whole thing, but the guy was talking about ADHD and anxiety. Can't remember. I saw it on YouTube now. When? I don't know. But he was talking about how, and Joe Rogan brought this up, and he said it's crazy how if your kid's just got a little bit of attention, like he's not focusing, they'll put him on pills.
Exactly.
Just to like dull him out so that he just listens, you know, like that's crazy. I would never do that to my kid. Like if he's not listening, you can find other ways to teach instead of let me just drug him and then teach him this one shitty way of learning.
It's like trying to teach a pet or like like some shit like that. And like you can tell when they can't help it, right? You can tell where you're like, okay, like this actually needs medication. Like we were talking about Shameless not too long ago. And like one character that really stands like to this is like the Ian one. He's like the gay kid who's got bipolar. And he really like you can see when he's bipolar because he's like overly like weirdly happy, like almost drunk. And then other times he's just like sees red.
It's that extreme highs and extreme lows, right? That's what bipolarism is.
And like, you know, you can see that in some people, but it's like if it's that bad, you're like, okay, you know, it does need something. But you see a kid who's like, you know, maybe like tapping his leg or some shit in class. I even seen recently that there's in the US is a thing that, you know, parents want their kids to be hit at school.
Oh shit!
Straight up.
That's in Malaysia. That's how it is though. You get like your teacher hits you in the hand with the ruler if you do something. But I don't know if it is like that now. But when I was there, they would fucking hurt. They love it, man. Honestly, when I think back, I'm like these fucking bitches. They love hitting you. They were just saying, "Oh, you made noise. Come here, line up," and then like 3 of us will line up and then put your hand out and then she just.
It's a really like fuck thing because it's like you obviously want to keep discipline and keep this shit. And like because we came from that, we've seen, you know, like, oh, you know, they fucking love this shit, you know, hate kids. But fuck, looking at the other end now, you see how schools are now. There's no anything. Like kids just like walking out of class, walking out of school, smoke, drink, fucking steal everything from the toilets. Like it was a necessary evil. Maybe not to that level, but like now that it's nothing and they give them the complete freedom, like teachers just like pretty much hate themselves, like they don't want to return to like teaching. I think there was like a thing where they might start giving teachers more like benefits and stuff like that, but man, after like letting it get to like the point of no return, that it like they might just start fucking honestly just scrapping schools and, like, scrapping the whole concept of it because it's like it's not doing anything good. If anything, it's just getting people killed.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad. There's obviously students that come out that are intelligent, students that do well, but there's also a large percentage that just turn out shit, right? They hate school and they're forced to go. So like they're forced to go to something they don't want to do.
But then it gets even bigger because it's like if you already seen school as a waste of time. Those kids that even had like, you know, okay, I want to go to school to at least learn something. They don't even have that now. It's like all the other kids who don't want to be there just like destroy the environment for everybody else. And it's like, what the fuck do you do? Like they're trying to like kind of bring it back a little bit, but it's like, it's definitely feeling like even teachers can't even
What do teachers earn here in New Zealand? Not a lot.
I think here it's definitely better than what the US would be.
For sure, yeah. This has to be better than it has to be, right? Fuck.
It has to be, but I don't think it's that much better. Like
it wouldn't be. It'll be like
for dealing with
50K, 60K.
Yeah, like
probably a year.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like in my school, like some of the kids were so like all good to teachers, but some were just such shitheads.
Yeah.
And they were so big, like no teachers could hold some of those kids back, man. Even if they wanted to. So it's.
How was like? Do you have like detention? How was like discipline like here?
So at least in my school, it was pretty lenient because it was like not ghetto school, but it was definitely like on like not like a deep private school.
Christchurch or Auckland?
Christchurch, yeah. I guess I was in a higher school in Auckland, but it was like a few years, so it didn't really count. But there it was like you get detention and stuff. Like you obviously like teachers would, like just take shit. Like kids would be like, "Fuck you, messy stuff."
Oh, okay. I thought your teacher said "fuck you" to you.
Yeah, imagine.
Imagine that. Your teacher's like, "Hey, fuck you."
That's when I think I'm just gonna walk out. Just like, okay, I'm done. It's like, "Fuck you," and then kids would get into fights. Like I remember there's this one kid. His name was pretty iconic because I won't say it, but it was like it basically is like the devil's name, like one of those.
Lucifer.
No, yeah, it was like
no
it was one of those.
Okay.
And he was such a little shit. He always wanted to start shit. He had like obviously deep black hair, so like he didn't help himself.
Yeah.
And then all these boys that we used to hang around, they like just got tired of it because he used to think he was cool with everyone.
Yeah.
And he would just do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And then like he was just fucking with like I think one of the shorter guys from our group that like everyone respects.
Yeah.
And he threw his cup of hot noodles at the kid, and then everyone just was fucking wailing on that one kid.
Who got the noodles thrown at him?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's the
that's Lucifer.
The devil kid, yeah.
I will call him Lucifer, but
Lucifer.
That might be his real name as well.
Yeah.
You're not telling, but fuck it. Is that his real name?
No.
Okay.
There's a couple variations, so it's like one of those. But I think he got humbled from that.
Or his name Satan? No.
It might, yeah.
But
like I feel like that is like what I was seeing there, like that's really mild compared to like all these kids just like even getting, I don't know, man, like there's no boundary anymore. Like even in the changing rooms, like there'll be the big fuck off kids going up to the small kids that are like confident. I remember there's one like specific moment, it was so bad. These kids would go like, especially the big Samoan kids, they'll be like, surely, and they run their whole hand down your crotch.
Fuck it up.
Oh, man.
And like, what are you gonna do, right?
Legit,
like,
you're like,
just get assaulted and just accept it. You know,
like
it's kind of bad.
Yeah, legit. School's just turning into like scared straight.
Yeah,
like, you better not fuck up so badly. You know what's already coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this definitely adds to the fucking Andrew Tate thing though with the masculinity.
And I was just about to I kind of wrote it down as well. Part of the reason why he's banned, because it's not only... Okay, let me just bring up what happened when he got banned.
Because I actually don't know that much around, aside from his character. Yeah.
He got banned, so I don't know exactly why. He doesn't even know why. In that Patrick Bet-David interview, he did the 5-hour one. He said he doesn't know why. No like platform told him why he's banned. He just disappeared. He got emails saying your account has been banned, you're this and that. And he said it was, I mean, I don't know if it's really that, but he said it's instantly. He got one notification, or I think it was from Instagram. He went to his email, he refreshed, and he said he saw Uber banned him, fucking WhatsApp banned him, Facebook, YouTube.
Oh, shit.
What's that? Discord. What's the other? Twitch.
Everything
banned. Uber. Imagine. I mean, obviously he can find ways around it. He can make a fake account, but Uber, he can't even Uber Eats. Like, like that's crazy.
It's like what the world did to Russia. They just did that to him.
Yeah, McDonald's pulled out and shit like that. Yeah. But well, McDonald's didn't ban him, but I'm just talking about Russia. But yeah, that's what happened when he got banned, right? And I think why he got banned is not only the misogyny thing. I feel like there's so many people that say a lot of misogynistic things on the internet. They don't get banned. I don't think the misogyny is what banned him. I think what he preached in terms of you have to have multiple passports, have 10 passports so you don't have to...
Say shit like that
well. He was saying in one of his videos, right, you should have 10 passports so you're not under control from one government. And then he was bringing up an example of how when COVID hit, everywhere else was locked down. He went to, I forget, he had a passport in some random country, like not Romania, but like one of those countries. And he went there and he was partying while everybody's in lockdown because he said he has multiple passports and da-da-da and all that. I think that pushing that sort of agenda and talking to, like, he's always anti-government, constantly anti-government. I think that caused him to be banned as well. And another thing is his impact on kids, right? But the thing with kids, I don't see it that necessarily as an issue, right? Because whatever he's saying, unless your kid is like 6, 7 years old, then it's a different story. But even then, your kids shouldn't be watching Andrew Tate if he's 6, 7. But I feel like it's kind of the parents' job not to teach Andrew Tate is bad, to teach them what's good and what's bad, so that they can decipher. You know, if like your kid's like 10 years old and he sees Andrew Tate talking shit or whatever, you know, your girl's a whore. I mean, he didn't say that, but whatever, right? Whatever Andrew Tate says, misogynistic things. Your kids should have the logic to be like, oh, that's funny, but I don't agree with that. You know, or something like that.
I think most people do.
Most kids do, but that's, you know, schools were sending out like emails and shit to YouTube and stuff like that to get him to like to deplatform him to this thing and all that. But I think that like it should be the parents' job, or like the school, or like I feel like it just should be parents, right? Like the people who teach you, like you should teach your kids to decipher what's good and bad, what's wrong and what's right. They should have the logic to know, you know, like, because Andrew Tate is not the only bad guy on the internet, right? You can go and watch like extreme violent video of people getting shot in the head and shit like that.
Look at the fucking president, like Trump, like that. It feels similar. Yeah, it felt like he was just trying to like overwhelm everyone with everything that nothing could catch up. Little does he know he's not a fucking billionaire, like and also the president. Yeah, I do feel like there's a very big gray area with that though. Extremely big when it comes to kids that are like 14 onwards, because like then it's like that. You obviously have already learned, like you said, what's right and wrong, but it's when they start seeing shit that starts to sway and like starts to like hit them differently. Because that's at that age you don't
you're rebellious in a way. With what's right generally. And kids get rebellious in their teenage. Exactly. So they have something negative to follow, and negative, like, people are attracted to negativity, right? They have this agenda to follow, and that you got a point there.
So like they'll get it'll be like from something as simple as being rejected in high school, right? Like that's how you get these kids that like hate girls and like want to shoot up schools, and it can be as simple as that. And you have someone like Andrew Tate come along, and he basically gives them a voice. Because they're like you know, fuck that. You know, like, I should, like, you know, I got rejected. I should be able to have, I mean, I'm a kid. I should, all this shit. It could be ego. It could be, like, birthright. It could be whatever. And it would just amplify it. And, like, that is, I feel like, maybe that's why, like, it's not that the government wanted to take him down. Maybe not brands. I think everyone wanted to take him down because they could see that this is literally going to be the next fucking wave of shootings. Like, but in every way.
But also not necessarily. I feel like his message wasn't that bad. I mean, his misogyny thing was bad, but
that's the thing though. It doesn't matter about the person. It's how it hits.
It's like how someone perceives what he says, right? True.
It's like religion all over again. It's like, you know, you could read it, you could perceive it as peace, or you could perceive it as war. Like
that's a good ass point though. It's how you perceive what's being told.
Exactly. And that it's too. How is one person gonna manage how many fucking people in the U.S.?
300 million. That's crazy.
One person. Even their localized governments, like states, can't fucking handle how many people they have already in there.
Because how much is like just like Texas is one of the biggest states, right? How many people are in Texas alone? It's like 20 times the size of New Zealand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Someone was saying it could fit the whole world.
The whole everyone in the whole population can fit in that kind. Obviously, no one would survive, but it's that big that everyone can fit in it. Right. But then just in general, what is the population? I'm sure it's high. Probably like 30, 40, 50 million people.
I don't know.
And you have your one Texas governor or whatever, right? That looks over that many people.
Especially Texas governor. No, there's extra layer. Governing that many people. Like, oh, jeez.
That many wild, like, redneck people as well.
The true Wild West that is
like,
still.
I'm supporting Trump. Or whatever, like, I don't know. That's probably like not Texas at all.
it's a good bit of the South, I think.
It's probably.
But and man, it's.
But shout out Andrew Tate.
Shout out Trump as well. I think they're gonna collapse.
Shout out
soon.
all the bad people.
I can see a diss track coming soon with those two against the world, pretty much. And Putin.
But also, like Andrew Tate says a lot of like motivational shit that like. That hits me in a way, right? That I like certain things he says. I can't remember specifically what, but every time when I hear him say it, but like there's one where he said, the person who shows up to the gym, when he feels like it versus the person who shows up to the gym, regardless of how he feels, will have better results. Or I probably fucked that whole thing up, but he says something like that, and he says a lot of motivational shit that makes you think a little bit. Like, it's not necessary for me to listen to him. But when I do come across anything that says motivation, I'm like, man, that's fucking real though. That's real shit.
I think he doesn't mean wrong by like
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think he knows what he's doing. He's just like very irresponsible.
Yeah. He's irresponsible with what he says.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you believe, you should at least. Hopefully now he realizes and he changes it, because he already has the voice in the platform right now. I mean, not the platform anymore. He's banned, but they might bring his accounts back. But hopefully now he realizes to like not control, but at least have a responsibility of what he says, knowing how it'll impact people. Yeah. But
yeah, because like you can't, because you can tell he like sought out to be fucking super famous or whatever. Like he did this for a reason. Mm-hmm. Maybe he does know what he's doing, maybe he doesn't. But you can't predict when so many fucking people like follow you. You just cannot. You can't baby them. It's like it's the president thing all over again. You can't.
He was a kickboxing champion as well.
I did hear about.
Yeah, he was.
I keep seeing him also dancing, doing ballerina ass dances. Is that him?
No. It's just some bald guy. Yeah. That's so like the way the guy. That was fucking hilarious, man. I saw that one. He's just walking, and it's that French song that plays, and that song like is now assigned to Andrew Tate. Whenever you see that song, like some bald guy will be like Andrew Tate when he sees you do this or whatever, right? And there's this one where he walks, and then all of a sudden he starts dancing, bro. That's just
I'm honestly like disappointed, because like I wish that was part of the character. I wish all of it was part of the character, because then it's like more so.
Yeah.
Because it's like
then you're like
saying all this shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, do you know who what's his name? Andy Yiannopoulos? Is it something Yiannopoulos? Milo Yiannopoulos.
Milo.
So this is this gay guy, but he's like conservative. Yeah. So he's like as gay as you can get, but he's like, like obviously you would not see someone so like him.
Yeah.
But he like does well. He's like Dave Chappelle. Wait, is Dave Shapiro?
Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. He's like that type of guy, like very well versed in what he knows and stuff. And it's like, if Andrew Tate was like that, like when say she say, and then he's just like doing a full on ballerina recital, I'd be like, then you played it real smart. Because then you kind of like, you can say whatever the fuck you want. No one's gonna take it seriously. And that is definitely how he should have probably. Maybe she should just own it. Just own that was him. Yeah. And then everything would probably go away. Then.
But I think it's not him, so he's just gonna be who he is. Exactly. And I don't understand, how is he so rich?
I want to know what his actual thing is like, though. Like what? Because
who he really is? Yeah. That might literally just be him. He might be legit like that. You never know, right? But I'm sure he's a nice guy, because he's always surrounded by women. If he's so much misogynistic and like he hates women, why is he always around a lot of women? He's always partying with like 50 girls, 60 girls on a yacht or whatever. And his Bugatti. What color is your Bugatti?
So I guess I might have something to do with that money thing, but I thought the money came after he got famous.
No, apparently he owned casinos. I don't know how he owned casinos, but he was a kickboxing champion, so I'm sure he made not crazy money, because he wasn't in a big organization. He was like in a Romanian kind of organization, but he was their champion. So when you're a champion, you make the biggest money you can make within that organization. Yeah. So I'm sure he saved up a little bit of money, hustling here and there. Oh, he was also a fucking not porn, but I don't know, some sort of a showgirl, cam girl site owner. So yeah, he did that as well. It just popped in my head. Interesting. But yeah, so he made money from that as well.
That must be it then, like how he knows all these girls. He probably manages them in a sense.
He manages like OnlyFans girls or whatever. Like he manages those cam girls. Not anymore, I think, but
that's
before,
your money right there. That's your money.
Fuck, imagine the amount of money you make from that. The amount of people like I almost said losers, not losers, but amount of like weirdos, not weirdos, but amount of like I don't know, amount of like whatever people, right, that are not like us, but that will go and watch a cam girl and then pay them money to like, hey, show me like, dance, like put your hand up and then here $5, and then the collective amount of money is crazy.
It's funny that like you were saying that, because you're like having to dance around it, but I think people should own that. If you're doing that, you really gotta realize that you're not. Yeah. You're not just like, I don't know, pushing past your fucking comfort zone. Like, you're just sitting there like getting everything for free because you can pay for it. And that in itself is like, such a big fucking thing with like. Have you heard of that Elon Musk about fucking the population thing?
I did.
Like, yeah, we did. We were talking about it a little bit.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
I feel like OnlyFans and shit is just amplifying that more and more, and then we're just not gonna. I don't know. You like, can you imagine an era where you just do not see anyone under 30?
Huh? What?
Like, see, like an era, right? Maybe 10 years from now or some shit. That you, maybe that doesn't make any sense. But somewhere in the future, we're 50 or some shit.
Yeah.
And you just do not see anyone who's like younger than 30 years old.
Why?
Because like places like that are more like first world, like they're having less and less kids, and places that are like less educated are having more and more kids.
Yeah.
So these places, if anything, you wouldn't see people having kids. You might see people adopting them, but you still wouldn't really see, like, it would be like seeing a fucking, I don't know.
What do you mean? You mean like people start staying at home a lot more so you don't see them around? Or do you mean you just see less people, just in general?
Less young people all around.
That's a good point.
Like, if you just start seeing less...
But Elon was saying he wants more people.
Exactly, yeah. But like, if... But why you're saying that is, like what I'm trying to say. Like, that's what would happen.
Yeah.
He wants more people to, like, reproduce in, you know, first, like... world countries, I guess, because like there's a big decline in that. Even if you look at China, look at China. Obviously, it's like, you know, thank fuck we're coming down from that shit show, but it's also gonna like just completely go over to the other direction. Where like even with the Meta thing, like all this VR shit is gonna be more and more like defined. People are not gonna want to leave. Yeah, and then you just start seeing you just stop seeing people who are 20. Like what that would blow my mind. It's like, if like...
But how would you stop seeing younger people, though? Because, people have lesser kids, but it wouldn't be like people wouldn't have kids.
Yeah, they would have kids, but you would like say for like one... Like, this is completely hypothetical. Yeah. But if they got this bad, like, you'd see maybe one kid per, like, block.
Household. Per block?
Yeah, not even household. This is, like, far off to the point where, like, this idea has been so, like, I guess ingrained that people just don't really want it. They just, even rather, like, they see other countries, like, or rather just adopt one instead of having their own.
Yeah. But it's also in human nature, though. I mean, it's less, but it's in human nature to want to reproduce.
That's the thing, though. Like, we think that, right? Because we think like we do. But then you also come across, like, if you, like... say do like a weird experiment. If you go out to like a random place where you feel like you can just talk to randoms, like say town, and then you just out of curiosity just ask, like, you know, I mean, if you're drunk you can ask whatever the fuck you want.
You legit,
So like you could just you could legit have one of those YouTube shows without the mic and just literally just ask it, like, you know, do you plan on having kids? I do feel like probably like 7 out of 10 might say no.
But if you ask like young, because when you go around town at night, it'll be like the 18, 20, 21-year-olds. They're still in that phase of, you know, whatever, right? But if you ask like a 28-year-old, a 29, a 32-year-old, do you plan to have kids? Most of them would say, yeah, for sure. One day I'll for sure have a few kids. I'd love to build a family. The older you get, the wiser you get, the more you want to build your family.
That's for sure.
Most likely. But if you ask like a 17-year-old, hey, would you want to have kids? They're going to be like, fuck no. This and that. They have a lot of reasons why they wouldn't. But they're just young.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's hard, though. It's hard to gauge because there's, like, more times than not, I've come across people who are, for one reason or another, are saying they're not having kids.
Yeah. Which is wild to me, right? If you, like, personally... Yeah. How would you... I could never just say, nah, I'm not having kids, bro. Like, that's crazy to me.
Like, it's weird. Yeah. It's weird. It's even weird for me to think that we want kids, right? Because it's like, sure... It's this thing that binds us to this physical realm. It's like the one purpose that everything has.
And it's just your next phase of your life.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just part of like evolving throughout your years.
You know what really fucks with me is that you've passed on this like gene code, meat, flesh, body, just continuously, and it's like it's almost like someone's like that each generation is pushing it forward to this point. So like it kind of fucks with me that like my ancestors had to live long enough to reproduce for me to be here. Yeah. Like, how many fucking different ways have so many people died? to get to this point, and I'm like here as a human, not a fucking cockroach, not anything else. Like, not only did they have to do all this shit, but keep a good karma track record as you're fucking going. It's just like,
that's crazy. No, when you just think about your like lineage, right? From like, we're all connected to that.
They got them little rat shrew fucking thing from millions of years ago. It's like,
it's just one thing after the other. It's just, and then eventually now we're sitting here on the podcast talking to each other. How crazy is that?
It's like strung along. And it's just such an impossibility thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what is the likelihood that we are like alive? Think like sometimes when I'm driving my car, generally like after the gym or going to the gym, I'm always just thinking like, what was the chances of me like being born, my dad being born, my grandma being born or whatever, right? And then just like, what are the odds? Like, it's crazy. Well, the odds is like 1 in a billion or something, right? They always say.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. It's crazy to think about, like.
And that's not even including life. In itself. Like, I swear I seen something about, was it Saturn? Yeah. Saturn has like some kind of weird life-like bacteria in there.
No way.
Straight up. Like, it's.
So it's alien life.
I think so. Like, I seen one of those videos. It was like, when I seen it, it was like literally posted 5 hours ago. So this was like a month ago or so.
Right. Was it dead? Is it like dead, like remnants, like fossils? It can't be alive. If it's alive, it'll be everywhere. Alien found.
The thing is, though, it's very weird because like they have things like methane showers. Yeah. So like the whole, like they have liquid methane. Yeah. Like the atmosphere allows for that. Mm-hmm. So like, if you don't have water and you have like that as a liquid, then like you don't know what the fuck is gonna even start being made in there. And I don't know if they said it was alive, but they were saying that I guess those are the right conditions for life to sprout. Right. So maybe they didn't find anything, but that was like the right elements that they see cross over.
The environment for a certain type of life to exist.
Just for I guess how our life arose, which was like liquid and fucking sunlight or whatever else. Yeah. And I think Saturn was closer. I can't remember, to the sun, so that's better potential for sustaining it. But we would not fucking be able to survive there.
Yeah, like, for sure. No fucking way.
I can't remember. There's like when you hear about these planets and how their atmospheres is like, it's like some places it rains crystals, like
diamonds. Isn't that diamonds, Jupiter? The one with the rings, right? I think it's the one that rains diamond showers or whatever. Which doesn't make sense.
The one with the rings, like the rings surrounding it.
Yeah, isn't that's
Saturn?
That's Saturn. Oh Saturn, fuck! I didn't go to school, bro. I don't know.
No, that's fine. But like, like I didn't even know that as well. That you're saying that like it consumes itself. Those rings just fall into the atmosphere and then somehow come out again. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because those rings are literally rocks, right? It's just like that might be the diamonds or whatever. It's that ring is like. Shit that's spinning around its orbit or whatever.
You know, I just remembered I'm a little bit retarded.
What? That's Jupiter.
No. It is
Saturn.
That.
Okay.
What I'm talking about wasn't that. It was like a moon of Saturn.
Is it Titan?
I think it might have been Titan.
I've heard a lot about life on Titan and shit like that. Yeah.
Because it was a moon. Because I'm like thinking about it like there's no fucking way of living in that shit.
Yeah. It's some sort of a moon. Yeah, I've heard that one, and then I think Elon was talking about it as well. Yeah. Mars and then Titan is the next place that they can probably be habitable for humans.
Right on. Yeah. Okay. It's all coming together now. Yeah. So why this video was made is because they were sending a new mission to Titan. Yeah. And they're gonna explore because they had the environment that seems like it would be. So they're gonna see, and they say it's gonna start happening like 2030 something. And I'm just like, well,
but the likelihood, they always reschedule. It's always been like Elon said by 2025 man will be on Mars, but then he said 2029 because that's when Mars comes the closest to Earth, and then it's a 40-day travel, I think, instead of it being however fucking long.
See, like that. They were explaining a little bit about how the first mission, they had one mission to Titan way back. Yeah. And even that was the fucking Hail Mary. Yeah. By the sounds of it. Because I had to like roughly calculate how to do it. But then they also had to like estimate as the spaceship was flying through the gravitational pull of other planets around. Yeah. So like.
And just debris in general.
All that shit. Yeah. Like, that was the fattest Hail Mary. And I think they managed to calculate it. Yeah. and they're still, I think, trial testing it.
A
like,
rover?
The next one.
Did they send a rover there?
I think it would have been, yeah. It probably would be now, too.
There was, I can't remember what, because I follow NASA or one of these space sort of things on Instagram, and they always post photos of Mars and this from that planet and this. We've got rovers everywhere, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And they show like this little bluish, not blue, but it's very gray, right? Like low lighting, very misty kind of area, foggy. And you could just see the floor is like cracked, like, you know, like dry mud gets cracked.
Yeah.
And I think it might have been Titan, or it might have been probably not Neptune. Neptune's icy, right? I think.
It's like
Neptune
gas or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was one of these planets that was like, it was some random planet, and we had a rover on it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, like even more like not Mars, no.
Not Mars. Like they always post Mars. They got names for the rovers. I can't remember now. They've got 3, 4 on there, right? And there was this one random planet. It was like a random, not random. It's one of the 9, one of the 8. But it was just like I didn't
Pluto
think.
Or something.
Yeah.
You know, Pluto's not
No,
really
Pluto.
one.
Yeah, Pluto's too far away. I don't
true.
think they can send anything there just yet.
True, yeah.
But it was some random planet. One of the ones, right? One of the.
I can't think of any now that you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really trying to remember one. That's not Mars, Jupiter, fucking Saturn.
So you got
Neptune,
sun.
I guess.
Neptune.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know I'm missing a couple.
Yeah.
What's the one that's the closest to the sun? So we're third. Mercury.
It might be Mercury.
Mercury's hot though. There's no way we can send nothing there. It's like right next to the sun.
Like not even a rover, you reckon?
I don't think so. It's too hot there. There's no way. Jesus. There's no way. Yeah, and you see, since we're talking about space, fuck it. But what are the odds of like Earth? You know what I mean? Everything has a history, right? Everything has a history, and like they said, the Big Bang, right? The psh, and then we're just the dust of the Big Bang, and the Earth and all this galaxies were the dust, right? The aftermath of the Big Bang. Yeah. But what was before the Big Bang? They say it was nothingness. It was just nothingness. It was an even playing field, and then all of a sudden it got whatever plus minus, and then it just exploded.
It's just like it's like scale is what fucks with me with all this, right?
Yeah.
Because like you can look out into the night sky and see all these exploding stars.
Yeah.
What's to say those aren't Big Bangs in their own rights?
Yeah.
That have happened millions of years ago, but we're only seeing and experiencing now.
Yeah.
And like just as much as, you know, I'm sure on the other side they'll be able to see our star exploding.
Yeah.
But there's like, you know, we're so far in the past compared to what they're seeing.
Yeah. That
they're not able to perceive it. They perceive it as an explosion, and it just, I feel like a constant cycle of colliding stars.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing is fucky because it's almost like coincidence. It really is all coincidence.
Yeah. How crazy is that, man?
Because it's like from meteorites having water, like different kinds of like rare
ice
metals
and stuff
shit.
like that. Yeah.
Legit. I think there's a lot of weird theories to like even how like life started here, but I feel like the most sensical one, right, is like
we came from Mars. Is that the one?
Nah, it might be. There's a lot of those that are really convincing, and I'm just like, oh fuck, every time. God damn it, I have to question everything again, even though it's probably just like some dude's like low-key science fiction. Like,
yeah.
But it sounds so cool.
It's cool to think about that, because you know how they say Mars had water, it had land, it was like Earth, and it dried out.
Yeah.
But a lot of people said that what Elon's doing now, that was an Elon kind of like figure back then as well in Mars, and they jumped planet from their mission was from Mars to Earth, right? Because Mars was drying out and Mars is losing life, essentially. So now they jumped here from like a rocket or whatever, not rocket, like a meteor. I don't know how they got here, but they got here, and life kind of just dissolved over years. And now that Earth is kind of getting destroyed with all this plastic pollution and all these fucking things. So now the plan is to go back to Mars.
It's like, it's been long enough, guys.
Yeah, it's been long. All right, let's get out of here. We've destroyed this. Let's go there. Destroy that and then come back.
Just pinball back and forth. Like, but they find so many different planets that are like, you know, worthy of life.
But it's too far away, right? The Kepler 7-1 or whatever. Like they always have the name Kepler in front. Like the name. There's one that they say is equally like Earth, but it's like 141,000 light years away or something crazy that is just unfathomable that we can never reach there.
Even I can't even understand that fucking measurement. So it's like light year. So
you know how fast light moves? Like when you turn your light on, boom. Imagine that boom takes 141,000 years.
What? Like what is the light year of that? Like
that is like
Is that reached like 1985 over there? Like what? Because like what really started to get me like really fucked about just how perspective works is that goddamn movie Interstellar.
Man, that's such a good fucking movie, man.
It was so good, but Jesus Christ, it made me feel like a weird weight pressed on my chest when he's like in that planet that's like got the huge waves and it's so heavy.
Apparently that sound effect, that tick tick sound effect, was every time that sound effect happened, I think a year passes by. I can't remember the measurements now. It blanked my head. Like but every minute, like a year is passing by in on Earth. Because I don't know how. And apparently that science can be true.
Yeah, no, it definitely can.
It's definitely true because that whole movie is very scientific, right?
Yeah, like if fuck.
How crazy is that?
And they were saying when it was happening, when he was coming out of the planet, it's like, you know, how long has it been? It's like 24 years or some shit. Yeah. Like,
that's crazy.
Oh, any chance I was gonna be an astronaut is gone. There. I'm gonna get back. Everyone's dead.
Yeah, you just come back to a whole empty world that you know no one.
Yeah, legit. I'm like fucking 700 years old theoretically. I'm like, why?
Yeah,
I shouldn't know.
It's crazy, man. But that's such a good movie. The director is so good, man. He's making
something Nolan. Is
it Chris Nolan. Yeah, he's making a new movie, Oppenheimer. Do you know who Oppenheimer is? The guy who developed the atom bomb that dropped on Nagasaki. I love when Chris Nolan makes war movies. He made Dunkirk.
Especially something like that. Dunkirk. I haven't seen. I haven't
Dunkirk
seen
was
that one.
Good movie. A lot of people hated it.
I think maybe.
I was in Malaysia when it came. Maybe we watched it here. I can't remember now. But
because what was that about?
It was a war movie. Fuck, it's not coming out in my head. Normandy, I think.
It wasn't the dude that was saving people, was it? Like the one dude who wasn't killing anyone. He was legit just there to save people.
That might have been 1917.
Okay.
1917? 1971? There was this one movie where his job was to send a message to pull out of the war or something like that, and then that whole movie was just based around. That's 1917. Where
I see.
From this one place he had to run his way through the enemy territory without killing anybody. And him and his mate, but then his mate dies throughout the way, and then he reaches to that towards the end and tells everyone to pull out the war, saving thousands of lives because they were about to kill each other.
So wait, he had to go to enemy, or he had to go to?
I think he had to go through or around enemy territory
to get to the enemy.
To get to his people who were coming, not his, but like supporting army or something, right? Because it was back then they didn't have phones to be like, yo, we're out.
Surely then they had ravens. If they had ravens back when fucking dragons were around,
that's true. Like I could have just sent a bird, man.
Seriously, they still do, I think.
Yeah. Fuck, I forget which game was that. Call of Duty, I think, or one of those games. You could send a bird to send messages and shit, or you can catch a bird. Or you can shoot enemy birds down as well. I can't remember which game was it. Yeah, it was kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty Medieval Warfare.
Oh shit, that would be sick.
I mean, have you heard of chivalry?
Chivalry. What is that?
It's pretty much that. It's like dudes. It's like so fucking gory too. Like you have swords and it's like first person.
Yeah.
You can either like have two swords or have like one of those maces with a ball and thing.
Yeah.
And you like chop people's heads off. You like parry and stuff. It's like it's pretty much like I think it is called medieval warfare, like chivalry.
Right.
And like it's funny actually. You can do war cries and shit. It's just so stupid, but it's like so fun to do.
Yeah. Was it a PC game or a
PC game? I think they probably do have them on PS4, but that. Yeah. I remember that, like, I didn't play much of it because I was just fucking, goddamn nerds, man. Just sit there with the best armor and just fucking knock your head off, as soon as they walk by, you're like, oh. Yeah,
that's me in Call of Duty, man. Fuck, I play Wars. I don't even play it anymore, but every time I play it, I'm lucky if I make Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone. Yeah, it's like a battle royale, like Fortnite, but Call of Duty version type.
Yeah.
And, I'll be lucky to survive long enough. Like I can never dream of getting a kill. Like
I just not even chicken dinner then at all. Like
what's chicken dinner?
Well, just like then like when.
Like, oh, is that chicken dinner?
Well, yeah, it's like Fortnite. Like when they chicken dinner.
Oh shit! I get it now.
What? You play a Fortnite? You haven't seen that?
No, I don't know. Well, I play Fortnite like
because it comes up on the screen after you win, but I think you don't read it. You just fuck yeah.
I probably Well, it just says Victory Royale in Fortnite, right? I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, the Retarded is coming out again. That was
Probably season 3 or
no,
something.
no, it was a different game.
Oh.
It was,
PubG.
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 Was
Yeah, I've never played PubG. No.
yeah, that you can play it on phone too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucked. Like
Yeah.
I remember August. He would like sit there at the lounge just playing. Some people get the controller set up.
Yeah,
I low-key
yeah.
want to do that, but my phone is just so ass.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
probably could. You got like high-end work font. You
I
can
just got an
fully straight
iPhone.
up. What?
Mine's just a standard iPhone though. It's like iPhone XS, which was like 4 years ago.
Still work, I think,
Yeah,
with the thingy. Like,
Yeah, I probably would. I'm pretty sure iPhone's compatible with all the things. But yeah.
yeah, because they're like, I don't know if you like much more.
But I wouldn't. Yeah,
fucked up here.
I'm not like a big portable gamer. Like I feel like if I'm playing a game, it needs to be a screen, and I need to have like just a separate controller and a separate screen to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's just like I'm looking here and playing, I can't. It doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel like I'm gaming. It just feels like I'm like just trying to pass time. You know what I mean? When I play phone games, it's like I play like Angry Birds or whatever. I don't know, just off the top. It's just like a quick pastime game. I can't like think that I'm gaming.
Yeah.
I can only feel that way with the console.
I feel like my brain is just so rotten now that I can only play mobile games.
Yeah, I see you play all the time. You're just playing like some random like
I'll play Hearthstone and stuff, just card games, just like little things. Just because I feel so guilty doing anything else. Like if I like play like any kind of like even like say a game like Fortnite or anything like that. Yeah, I just like I'll play a game, but then I always come to this fucking decision. You're like, okay, should I be productive?
Yeah.
Should I play another one?
Yeah.
And it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Play another one, play another one, and I'm just like, at some point you're like, just write off today, and you're just like, fuck. Yeah. And it just keeps going. So like I feel like I can mediate that with phone gaming because I'm like, okay, I can do this and then stop and then do some work and then go back and then
because your phone's like right there. You don't have to go to your setup, your gaming setup, and start.
It's just such a weird guilt trip thing, like personal weird guilt trip.
Speaking of games, God of War, 5, Ragnarok, whatever. Ragnarok's coming out. Yeah, fuck it out. November 9th, I think.
November 9th. That'll be like. I feel like I almost have to play the other one again.
Just I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, actually, by November there'll be not that much on.
Yeah.
So I kind of could be keen.
Yeah. Oh, you got uni. That's right. Yeah. But man, I just can't wait, man. Just to indulge in that world again, but now a new story. It's just fucking amazing, man.
Yeah,
the whole thing with Atreus. That should have been Draco's name, dude.
It really should.
Atreus.
But Jasmine just cannot get the word right.
She was just fucking.
It's like
Artemis.
Yeah. We should have named them that and just like, okay, Jasmine, just call him Artie.
Artie, yeah.
Because Artie is actually such a nice name.
Artie sounds like an Indian name as well.
Really? I kind of dig it even
like
more.
ARDI.
Okay, it has to be Ardik.
Ardik.
Because I think someone that like Joe Rogan knows, he always calls someone Artie, I think.
Artie.
And I thought that's like a nice nickname.
Yeah, what was Ari Shafir.
Ari.
Yeah.
Okay,
that guy, the bald guy, the skinny guy that just has the wildest jokes. Yeah. Ari Shafir, his name.
Okay.
But
Artie, but Artie. Because I feel like I have Artie before.
Artie. Artie's good. Like if someone asks you what's your dog's name, it's Atreus, but we call him Artie. That's fucking sick, man. That's so sick.
That's such a mess up.
Yeah.
Every other day I'm like, should we call him this? Just let him know, to see if it might.
But nah, he's Drake and he's Draco, but short form for Drake.
Yeah, literally. I think it matches though, because he does have a very Drake face. He's very soft boy looking. Like.
But another game I'm looking forward to is you know the Arkham Knight. Oh, is it Arkham Knight?
The newest one.
The newest Batman game. They're making a sequel to that, but it's no longer Batman. It's all the other Robins and Batgirls and whatnot. They're calling it Gotham Knights.
Wow.
Or Gotham Warriors or something. I think it's Gotham Knight, and it looks sick, man. Honestly, it looks fucking incredible.
Okay.
It's that same game, but just the graphics is crazy, and it's on PS5, PS4. But they displayed only the PS5, like in the tutorial, and it's fucking cool, man. They just did a tutorial of Batgirl, and then you jump into Red Hood. Like you can switch. It's like four different characters, and then you can just switch. Right, you can be Batgirl, and then you just press like R1 or whatever. You switch to Red Hood, and you're fighting Mr. Freeze. It looked sick, man. I was like, I can't wait.
I'm not gonna lie, it's giving me like this is not an insult, although it sounds like it. It's giving me like when you play like Lego.
Yeah.
Like when you play those Lego games, you can switch the characters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
From so long ago. Why haven't they done it?
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed did it, and they shit the bed.
Which one?
The fucking Unity one.
Unity.
I think that was probably good. I just never played it. I just know none of them would be as good as 2.
Right. 2 was fucking good, man. I played it recently as well.
Fuck,
2 was good, yeah.
Unity was a French one, so it was the one where you have the 4 people.
I think so.
And I think you.
I played I've not played. I've seen my cousin Anton play Syndicate. I think that was before Unity.
So
Unity was after that. Because Syndicate was 5, and I think Unity is 6.
So wait, Syndicate is that what is that? Is that French?
Don't know. I can't remember now.
Because
that
might have been the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All these, honestly, this is what I'm saying. Like, they're so cool.
Yeah.
But it's like there's not enough difference between them. Like, obviously, I feel like the last time they did something really cool was between when they did 3, which was the American Revolution, and 4, which is the Black
Flag. Yeah. I mean, they did Origins as well, which was in Egypt. With the pyramids and shit like that. Yeah. So, I mean, they did switch it up a little bit. But yeah, I remember Syndicate and Unity were like the same. It kind of looked the same.
See, like, I have a very interesting thing, because this is spawning off with this as well. It's like, how far do you think like a world like this can be taken before you just feel like
it's redundant?
You should put it to bed?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking the same thing with Batman. Like when you said a new Batman, I'm like, fucking how much?
Another one.
Yeah, it's like
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, it's like when I was thinking of the Arkham ones. Is it Arkham Origins? Like the ones that came before this one. That was like the one when you fought Deathstroke. Nah, those were
Deathstroke was Origins.
Yeah, Origins. So Deathstroke and then like Firefly. The ones where you fought those ones. Yeah. I think Firefly might have been Arkham. Nah, I'm not sure. They weren't the best. Like the one, especially the one that I think they fixed it. It was just really shittily fucking done.
Yeah, Origins was the worst out of all of them because a different company made it.
That's right. Yeah, like Rocksteady or one other two.
Some other ones. Switched. Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like, and then with Assassin's Creed, like they're still fucking
they
going
just
as hard.
Been riding the wheels till it falls off. They made a new one's coming out, Mirage. I don't know what it's about, but based on the music,
it's China.
It's another Middle Eastern sort of type of thing. It might be. It's from the sound of the music. It's very Middle Eastern.
And same thing. Far Cry. All these we gotta change the setting, guys. New game, new setting, new me.
But Far Cry 6 looked good though. 6, right?
Is that the one that you got
with Gianni Esposito, that actor guy as
Gus
Spring, from Breaking Bad, he was.
That would be good.
That looked good.
That would be good because it's giving like we haven't
revolution sort of thing. Like I don't know. Are you playing as that little girl? So you're like the.
We fucked up.
That would be insane, yeah. Because the cover is that Gianni Esposito guy, for Gus Fring, and a little girl, and then the trailer I remember was. That guy Gus was calling the daughter, come, let me show you what it's like to be a leader or whatever. He's like the leader of that country, wherever, Puerto Rico, whatever that place is. But
right. I mean, damn, like if they do that, then they've revitalized this fucking series. You're like, you're not only introducing like obviously the whatever you had, but child fucking slavery. I'm like, okay.
There's how can we make this crazier? Yeah.
I feel like that's what Far Cry was at the start though. It was like, how can you make like stale normal life like as hectic as you can? Just based off of what real life is already like. And that is like if you're imagine if you're like short ass girl, you can fit into cubbies and shit. Oh my god. You like assassinate like high people and you're like they're like begging and you just walk off like nothing. Like, oh Jesus.
Man. There's so many good games, man. But the two that I'm looking forward to, God of War 5, Ragnarok and Gotham Knights.
Because you've seen the trailer for Ragnarok.
I didn't see the new one. They released a new one, right? Gameplay or something. I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen a new one. I've seen the cinematic-ish one.
Yeah, the original one.
They didn't have much to that. I don't remember catching anything that was that interesting.
Yeah, because it was still in development. The game was still in development. Yeah. It still is, I think, till now. Even though we're releasing a few months. We're just a few months away from release.
Because it was mainly just like them showing Thor again.
Yeah,
that he's coming.
Yeah.
Nothing else really. I don't remember anything that was like, new.
And that's where I wonder what they're, because God of War, every time they make a new game, they're good with it. They really thoroughly change it up, or they thoroughly make a story that just captivates you. And now looking at this, like, I wonder what they're gonna do to make it better than the last one, because the last one was fucking phenomenal, man. Yeah, I was like, just so, when I finished it and you're walking down the steps, you know, the ending when you're going down that long ass steps, I just felt so happy. I was like, man, I can't believe
especially after the bomb they drop, you're like, fuck, you motherfuckers gonna make me wait 5 years.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It came out in 2017, right?
Yeah. It's, it's actually hitting me right now, that moment. Like, I'm like experiencing it like it was right then.
Yeah.
When like it traces like, oh yeah, it means, you know, they called me this. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. I don't want to say, because I feel like right now would be the time where people, if they haven't played it yet,
they'll be going back to. Yeah.
So I feel like, you
don't want to spoil it. Yeah, you don't want to kill the vibe.
They want to get not only spoiled, but just have like, you know, like have like 10 people see this. I mean, like half hour and be like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
You fucking you spoiled the game for me. Yeah. And I kind of gave it away with the staircase as well, but it's not much. But that was just a small bit.
Yeah, no, that's like,
yeah.
You get how you get in the fuck, like, to where you're even going is just such a fucker, like, mind fuck all around.
It's such a good game though, man.
Yeah.
What a solid game, man. I see. I love when games are that good that it just, and I generally only play story mode games, like, but I love it when a game just gets you, like the story gets you, and you want to see what happens next.
Did you start God of War like from young?
From I was a kid, yeah. Like in my family, I was the first one to buy God of War. Like, we all used to go. Like, my dad would take us to the game shop, and then we'd just be sitting there scrolling through all the games. The PS2, when we had PS2, the scrolling, and I saw God of War 1, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. And we bought it. Yeah.
That was definitely, like, for me, that was a turning point, because it's like that has transcended through my whole life.
Yeah.
My brother was the one who had gotten it, so I'd watch him play it.
Yeah.
And just like, from the first one, I wasn't like, I like watching it.
Yeah.
But then I got to play the second one, and the second one is like Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, it was good.
It's a fucking experience and a half. Yeah. Especially with all the cool shit you get, you rip the Gordon's head off. Yeah. Like, did you play all through those? Like,
I can't remember 2 specifically, because when I played 2, I played it as a kid. I played God of War 1 very recently again on PC. Like, not very recently, but like 5-6 years ago. God of War 2 I played when I was like 9 or whatever. I was like really little, and I was living in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, which was like fucking 2008, 2007 maybe.
Yeah.
When I played God of War 2, so I can't fully remember, but I remember the starting. You'll be fighting this rock, this huge statue looking thing. I can't remember specifically.
No, you do. Yeah, because Zeus
at the start.
Yeah,
is that Zeus? That can't be Zeus.
No, Zeus like brought it to life or some shit.
Yeah.
I remember we used to have these gaming, like in Colombia. We used to have these gaming, like, I guess, places.
Yeah.
It was like an arcade, but it was like really hood. Like, it was very budget. You have like the pinball tables and stuff, and it's literally just someone's house. Like, they have all this shit set up.
Yeah.
We used to go in there and they had a PlayStation 2 set up.
Yeah.
And we could like go. You pay like, I don't know, like fucking 10 pesos or some shit.
And you rent for an hour. You get to play an hour.
You play an hour, and like would only always have enough to play that first part of the fucking game.
The game, because they don't save it.
They don't save it.
Yeah.
So got it.
Yeah, because in Malaysia we had this kind of same thing as well. Yeah.
Because they didn't have the SD cards.
Yeah.
I think if you really were a cool rich kid, you bring your own.
Yeah.
You put it in.
Yeah.
Because would like beat the fucking boss. It would be so goddamn hard, because we're like, I was literally like probably mentally like illiterate. And like it would be so fucking hard. And then we get to the next part, because you're supposed to grab a horse.
Yeah.
Like this Pegasus horse on a carriage.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to fly away into this other fucking place. This was the most random one out of the 3.
Yeah.
The first one, you kill, Ares.
Yeah.
Straightforward.
Yeah.
Get Pandora's box.
Yeah.
Third one, you kill everyone.
Third one was phenomenal, dude. I loved.
Like, everyone who's in there.
Yeah.
The second one, you're like killing like Cerberus and shit. Like, it's like the random ones in between.
It was fillers, I guess. Yeah.
It's fillers, but it's like, it was such an out the gate experience, especially like when you fight the fat Medusa. She was a bitch and a half when I first got to it.
I can't remember, man.
Because you have to do these like little quick time things with this joystick.
Yeah.
To like rip her head off.
Yeah.
And I would always get it wrong. She would always throw you off, and man, it would be hours and hours. It's just
I feel like the games back then, it was difficult. Back then was like a lot harder than it is now. I feel like back then, maybe it's just my age, and I'm more calm now. Cause back then I used to smash controllers all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll just lose and I'll just bang my controller like on the sofa. It's like there'll be wooden handles, right? And I'm playing it. I'm like, fuck. I wouldn't say fuck. Obviously, I'd be like, shut. And then I'll just slam it, and the controller like will lose its fucking. This bit wouldn't be there. You'd see the chip. Yeah, you see the chip a little bit. The R2 button comes out, and you're kind of fixing it back in.
Oh man.
Because the controllers used to be like fake, right? We obviously never used to buy the original ones. So it'll be like $20 to get the fake ones.
Plastic anyway, like.
Yeah.
You slam that shit. You still like pressing up against on it, and it's like low-key cutting you.
Yeah.
Like you're so stressed.
Yeah. Another game that was crazy is Tony Hawk. Have you played American Wasteland?
Wait, well, it was the skating ones.
The skating ones, yeah. There was this one game, and that was fucking amazing, man. All the Tony Hawk games was good. Whatever. I didn't really play most of it. But Tony Hawk American Wasteland was the game, man. There was a few, man. That was really.
I never even heard because I knew there was like the latest one before they started coming out, and everyone was milking the shit out of that one. Yeah. This one sounds way better because it sounds like you like go into the fucking goddamn like Grand Canyon or something like.
No, American Wasteland. So what it is your mission in the game is to rob you. You're the skater guy, and you're supposed to go and. Basically rob, steal like iconic things that you can skate on from around the city, from around like New York, LA, cool. And build your own American Wasteland, like your own skate park. So like one part you'll go to like Vegas, and steal the Statue of Liberty that's there in Vegas. The Liberty statue, you'd steal.
Not the whole thing though.
The whole thing. And in the game, there's a ring going around the Statue of Liberty for you to grind on, for you to jump on your skate, and you're supposed to complete the mission. And if you complete the mission, it will cut to like a scene of like how your character steals the Statue of Liberty, and then they come and drop it in your wasteland, and then you just finish all the mission, and by the end you build your American Wasteland. It was just such a good game.
Yeah,
man.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, and really fucking difficult because I smashed plenty of controllers playing that game.
I mean, it's like if you're going down the whole fucking Statue of Liberty, you're gonna be sitting there just like clenched.
Yeah, because you'll fall off. There'll be like obstacles. You have to grind your way up. You have to press X, square, circle, and then there'll be an obstacle. You have to like jump over and then press X again. And if you miss, you'll fall off and then restart, and then shit like that. It was just fucking annoying.
How have I not heard of this? Yeah, everyone has a game like that is just like it sticks in your memory
forever, man. Forever. Like there's a few, right? There's obviously God of War that's in my head. There's Prince of Persia, all three of them for the PS2s.
Haven't touched those. Definitely.
Bro, it's phenomenal. I can't wait for the remakes. Prince of Persia, Kingdom Hearts. Have you played that one?
No, I heard a lot about it.
It's like the anime Disney one.
I'm still really trying to grasp that. Man. Like, how do they pull this one off?
Yeah, I don't know. But it's so good, man. I haven't played the third one, but I played 1 and 2. Man, it's just so
That's
good.
That's the thing. Everyone was waiting for the third one, right?
Yeah.
Everyone was like head over heels. It was like, if you ever heard of, what's that? It's like,
Final Fantasy?
Well, yeah, but no, it's just one of those games that was like so anticipated and it never came out. And then I think it recently came out. It was the one by Valve.
Half-Life?
I think it was Half-Life, Half-Life. Yeah. It's the same thing, and I think it didn't live up to the fucking expectation.
Right.
The third one. But then I think the Kingdom Hearts, like everywhere else I've seen, everyone fucking loves it.
I think Kingdom Hearts 3 did good. It did well.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing you want to see, right? Because you gotta hype it properly, right? Fucking
and you gotta deliver. God of War delivered, right? 3 I mean, they had the PS3 versions as well. I can't remember what the name was, Chains of Olympus or whatever.
Oh, you mean PSP?
Oh no, that's Chains of Olympus PSP. But they had PS3 games as well for God of War.
More than... I mean, I know they remade the first two. I don't know what else they had, though.
No, they had another one. Oh shit, we've been going for some time now. We might have to wrap it up soon. But, I'll look it up.
What did they do? I'll definitely fucking gonna... Oh, I see. Ascension.
Yeah, that's the one. Ghost of Sparta? That's probably the PSP one, though. But yeah, see, Ascension was another one that came out after God of War
yeah.
2, I think.
I played that. I know. I forgot about it. Completely. Yeah.
But yeah, fuck man, God of War is the game. Those the Spider-Man games that were good. Obviously, Grand Theft Auto.
I sent this. I don't know if you looked at the chat. Yeah, this is completely unrelated to anything. This funny ass fucking reel. It was like this. It's like how Spider-Man be rescuing people in actual Queens, and it's this black dude was like, "Hey, shit, Spider-Man, thanks so much, man." Like, and he's like saying all this shit. He's like, you know, he pulled up for me, and I was gonna get him first, but you got me, so you know, we cool, homie.
Yeah.
He's like, you're trying to get high.
That's probably how it'd be, right? Because New York is like the most hood fucking place.
I lost my shit. Because it was like that filter when it's like Spider-Man rescue.
Yeah. Oh, it's one where you're flying with them?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. There's so many of that.
Yeah, I'm so glad algorithms, even though as fucked up as they are, like they exist because like no other way can you get quality entertainment.
Exactly, man.
How long have we been going for in the end?
Like we were already recording, and then I looked at it, and it was 12 o'clock, 12:03 when I looked at it, and we were already recording for like some time. And now it's 12:51, so we were probably done like an hour 10 or hour 15 probably.
Oh wow, that's like perfect.
So yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Episode, what number are we on? I think 4, right? I think I did 3, and now this is episode 4. Shout out V Energy. I'm gonna keep drinking it until they sponsor me. So
fuck, you've made it once V sponsored, yeah.
I know, man. Shit, they don't have to pay me. Just send me free drinks.
That's right.
I love it.
That's all it has to be. Yeah. You can just like
send me a carton.
If I was you, like I'll be like, okay, I want the sponsorship to mean something. I don't want the money. Just give me
merch and give me drinks.
Just give me 5 30 by 30 boxes of V.
30 by 30.
So I can cover my wall.
Yeah. I'll just make some scheme up. Yeah, I'll market it. I'll put it all around.
Like this room would be pink. Yeah. Just from the... And you can't drink there. I have to be all legit.
Yeah, it can't be open. Yeah, it has to be full.
Oh my god.
Nah, but yeah, I actually love the yellow ones more because it's very Sprite like. It's like a lemonade. It's really like a lemonade. Legit. It's really good. Have you tried the yellow one yet?
I think I have. Yeah.
Yeah, the yellow is the better one, but this one's more like it gives like a cocktail vibe.
That's the thing. I feel like these drinks are gonna be so good for that. Like I still
sugar free as well.
Sugar free, exactly. Like I feel like I still for some reason prefer the blue one.
The sugar free blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one that I drank the most, man. It has that. It just has a refreshing taste, like the passion fruit kind of tropical sort of taste.
Yeah, it's like great. That artificial. Like this one's nice. It's like the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like I feel more quenched after that one.
The blue, yeah.
And then the lemonade one, same thing. Lemonade one is just like just drinking lemonade.
Yeah, it legit just tastes like lemonade, and for me it feels like it gives me energy. Like I feel like it gives me energy.
Legit.
This one felt like I drank a whole bunch of sugary drink, but it's just nice sometimes.
Yeah, no, like I found a new appreciation for like sugar-free V's and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially since like at this fucking job, like I'll be like legit about to pass out by the time I hit my break.
Yeah.
Then I'll eat something, I have a V, and I'm just like.
Yeah, it comes back to life.
Legit. Like I just charge a battery or something like.
And this is not me begging for a sponsor, but I think V is better than Red Bull. Like in terms of how I feel after I drink it, I feel more like, and I feel like it's not as bad for me. Could just be the way my brain works, but when I drink like Red Bull, I always feel my heart like start palpitating a little bit. When I drink V, it's either V might be fake and it doesn't work, so that's why you don't feel anything, or it's just Red Bull has just got something in it that makes you just, I don't know. If I drink Red Bull before working out, my heart just starts beating. Just tuk, and I get short of breath real quick.
It might be the quality of caffeine, like
probably
guarana and stuff.
Yeah.
Because these have legit caffeine, or maybe these have guarana. Maybe a mix of the two.
It actually doesn't yet. Yeah, it says right here, guarana extract.
Yeah, they might just have straight caffeine, like coffee extract, and that shit goes. But then again, I don't know anything about any of this. So I just know caffeine equal energy.
Exactly. 12 calories per can, not bad.
12 calories, man. See, like, I remember I only, like, when I started doing keto and I really fucking needed these, like, because I was a goddamn sugar fiend. I was a fizzy drink fiend, so I'm like, please, I need something. I only had the fucking small lives.
Live. Oh, yeah.
Like the small blue ones.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't even get the bigger ones sugar free. That's all I could, like, have.
Yeah.
And it was just torture, man. And I look around, there's all these things, and, like, people are finally fucking...
Yeah, they've caught up. They've know, like, sugar-free the market for sugar-free drinks is high.
Yeah,
it's
sugar-free, keto, it's all that shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it's gonna hit people, really. Like, it could be more wholesomely made, but there's so many weird workarounds.
Yeah. It's probably not good for your heart rate, especially for me. I drink it almost every day, man.
I'm not even talking about these, because these, like, you can kind of more or less get what they are. They're like they're obviously the extract with some of whatever flavoring they use, and probably some of that, like, monk fruit or whatever the hell.
Yeah, things to give it sweet taste. I mean, whatever, like stevia and whatnot. Yeah.
But then there's some, like, weird workarounds to this gluten-free stuff. Like, we even had, like, we started making, like, fake meat, which was, like, the shit.
You started making it?
Yeah, we started making it last year.
Oh, shit.
We haven't really done it since, because it's, like, it was literally made out of gluten.
Is it that bacteria that becomes meat or whatever? Is it that they make burger patties out of it, right? I forget the name now of what the burger patties were called.
It's not, I don't know if this is yeast, pretty much, which I guess it is a bacteria.
Right.
But it's like... It's not it's like the gluten. Like, you know how things have gluten, like bread? Yeah. It was the physical, like, it was literally like 70% gluten. And, like, you could make meat out of it, because you obviously, like, you have to, like, put, like, water or whatever the hell, amass it, and then cut it and cook it, and it will be, like, that consistency. You're basically eating, like, bread. Like, but you can kind of, like, flavor it in certain ways. And that... Like, gluten has come out, is so fucking bad for your brain.
Oh, for your brain. Okay, yeah, that's where I didn't know. I always thought gluten, they always, like, highlight gluten-free. It's just because some people are allergic to gluten.
And that also, if you eat so much gluten, especially like that, you could fucking make your body intolerant. You could make it be like, you know, activate, like, a lot of our bodies, like, work through a switch. So you put so much of something, it's gonna activate some kind of switch.
It's gonna reject it immediately.
And then, like, if, you know, you could have this thing just storm it, but because you introduce so much shit, you're like, okay, we need to use this now. And then you become intolerant for life, and then it becomes like you can't eat any gluten from then on, and that's from, like, just eating that. And I feel like there's so many workarounds like that, but they're not actually taking into account what the fuck they're actually doing. Like, from the get-go when I was starting out, I could see, like, that it was definitely going to be a thing, but fuck, man. I thought this was going to be a good idea. And then we ate it, and then we, like, we're seeing what it does. Like,
was it good?
Does.
Like, when you ate it, was it good?
No, it was ass. It was fucking squishy cardboard.
So there was no flavoring, like no chicken taste, nothing.
No,
well, so it's just meat. It's not chicken, or it's just meat.
It's basically flour. It's basically bread.
No, but, like, what flavoring was it?
Oh, so we used, like, a bunch of, I think, like, beef stock.
So it was beef. The idea was to recreate some sort of a beef thing.
Yeah. So and, like, the thing is, alright, it's a fucking catch. I don't know if this is what you call a catch-22, but it was definitely rocking a hard place because you really want to do it, because if it's just gluten, that shit is all protein. That is just protein. Like, you're getting, if you eat, like, what was the thing? If you eat 100 grams of it, you're getting 70 grams of protein.
What is it, beef?
Like, no, this stuff.
Oh, this stuff, okay.
This stuff, yeah, you, like, which is fucked up. If you're having 100 grams, right, of anything, you want 30 grams of, like, protein. This is 70 grams.
What is that bad? And what's the other? Okay, if it's 70 grams protein, what's the other 30%? Fats.
Just like carbs, I think, whatever is left. So like, just think about, I guess, like chicken. You have 100 grams of chicken, you expect 30 grams.
Of protein.
This is like, you eat 100, you get 70.
Yeah.
So, like, that much excess in fucking protein. Like, obviously no one would eat that much.
Yeah.
If anything, it's a good way, I guess, to get a lot of protein in small amounts.
Yeah, and you can get you can just, instead of eating 100 grams, and if you only want 30 grams of protein, then you just eat less.
Yeah, you eat, like,
a bite.
10 grams.
Just a bite.
Yeah, legit. That's what it was. I'm like,
that's
fuck,
crazy.
Man, this is nothing. But then it feels like a bomb is being dropped in your stomach.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dense and
bubbly,
ready.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just I could see it being maybe good if you somehow work around it.
Yeah.
But if you're like anyone else who's like, just sending chicken and rice every day and they start adding this to it,
yeah,
you're just gonna fuck yourself further. Like,
yeah,
just make a whole bunch of like things that weren't even a thing. Especially with like heavy lifting, man. People have lost feet and shit. I keep seeing people like lose limbs, like their jaw, from like caffeine, like overdoses, overdoses. So
how is it
not eating properly, things like that.
Yeah, caffeine definitely curbs your appetite, right?
Yeah, and I think it's mainly the not eating properly while doing all this.
How would that affect your jaw?
I think it becomes so like say if you're like doing gym and stuff and you're only eating out, you're only eating shit food.
Yeah.
Like your body obviously like can suss through a lot of that, but a lot of it will end up being like too much, like too much grease, too much sugar.
Yeah.
Go straight. Like, have you ever had that feeling where you're eating out so much that you start feeling your heart fucking just really, like, just working hard, like it feels like fatty in a way?
I've never had that, but I've had the ones where I've ate so much in one go.
Right.
That I can't breathe now.
Yeah.
I've had that where I've ate like 2 burgers, fries, and I drank a drink or whatever, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I can't breathe. I have to like sit like that, and I just overkilled like the amount of food I ate. I've had that, but I've never felt my heart.
Yeah. See, like.
But I have to do a lot of cardio, so I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. I balance it out somehow.
Yeah, you definitely. It sounds like you do, because it was like say a week of like eating even things like chicken, shit like that.
Chicken, man. Chicken, man. Fuck it up.
I've never like had it, but I've like there's so many fucking places like it, you might as well.
Yeah, but chicken is good, but it's like, why would you go there? You have Texas chicken, KFC, Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's. Like, for you to be like, nah, chicken. It's like, why, bro? Like, I mean, respect is probably
something. Feeling a little spicy, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Their burgers are not bad. The chicken is not bad as well, but for the price, it's like I could probably just go KFC and get a better one.
True that.
Yeah.
I like if it's is it like restaurant prices, but
it's like KFC prices, the same. Whatever you get at KFC is the same thing.
Not as good.
It's its own good. It's its own good, but maybe some people have its preference, and because it's crunchier, from what I remember.
See,
and KFC is always soggy in New Zealand, at least. KFC in other countries is crunchy as fuck, but at least in Malaysia, I know in Singapore it's the same. But chicken is crunchier. You get that when you eat the chicken. Maybe that is the selling point, and it has a little bit of like a spicy. No, when I say spicy, I don't mean hot. I mean like cardamom, shit, that sort of spices taste in the chicken, which makes it a little bit different because it is from the Middle East, I think. Chicken, Middle Eastern influence or something like that. I think. I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay, that's nice to see. But I feel like eating places like that.
Shout out chicken.
Shout out chicken. Send me free chicken every day.
Yeah, sponsor me. Next time you're gonna see me with a bucket of chicken and my V and an up and go and shit. Just everyone sponsor me. Just line them up.
What I'd love to see would be like, how you have those big ass jars that are just filled with weed.
Yeah.
Just one filled with fried chicken.
Fried chicken. Yeah.
And then send the sponsored chicken. Have a nice big sticker on it. Just. But
man. Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna keep going, otherwise it's too easy.
Yeah, it's 104. We wrapped it up on chicken. Good episode, man. This is the first one we did, so it's good. It's good. We'll wrap it up right here.
It's pretty easy because like we don't like I even had like a thing to talk about, and that would have gone into its own separate thing. Yeah. So I feel like we can just go off of anything and it's like easy ass. Yeah. But I do feel like if I do come on like next time, whenever we can.
Yeah.
I feel like I might as well tell you like now what I wanted to say because maybe we'll like lead into it.
Yeah.
But it was about, so I seen just this news before about this Adidas ad.
Yeah.
Who had like a bunch of women like shirtless pretty much.
Completely naked or
just shirtless, I think. And it was about it was basically a free the nipple thing, I think.
Oh shit! I'm for it. Like, let's go.
Yeah, it was like that, but it was like we have the bras to fit everyone. It was like it was a fucking. They try to hit everyone there.
So they got like the like a black woman, a fat woman, or a skinny, a short, a tall, and shit like that.
And they're trying to hit, they're trying to like, we hit all sizes, we hit all, you know, free nipple, non nipple, you know, we hit everyone.
Free nipple, no nipple. No, but no nipple is like some women, you know, because cancer is pretty like high though. Some women have no nipples because they had to get it.
Yeah, that is true, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, free nipple is no nipple, I guess, because you'd see it. Regardless. So I was thinking, because I would like that reminded me, alright, because like even before in our history, like nudity is quite a thing of our thing. Like. And I do find it weird that like now we feel like we're so different from how we were before. Yeah. Even though like you look at the Greeks, Romans, those people were fucking just as smart. Yeah. Even they discovered a fucking thing that was like able to like basically tell you what like I guess a constellation clock is through gears. Fuck knows how they figured it out. Yeah. But they had that potential to it. So it's like how, and now it's coming back with, you know, women wanting to like take their bodies back, and I feel like how differently will like the world look? Like it's like, is nudity gonna be like a like even like I see fucking jeans right that are like cut like legit
from
like,
up here
just
all
like
the way
the
down.
ass.
Yeah,
it's just the ass.
Yeah.
Everything else
just
is there.
the cheeks is
it's
out.
It's literally just like part of the ass. Like it's like a short, but then the rest is there. And I'm just like these motherfuckers are gonna go crazy. And they're gonna use like the excuse of like the Renaissance or whatever. Yeah. And I'm all here for it. Yeah. But you know, it's like
like the nudity thing doesn't really bother me, but what would be a little weird if it comes down to like kids being nude.
Okay, that's different.
That's where the whole idea just changes, right? Completely. Because if you go like a 27-year-old that like free the nipple, whatever, that's cool. But if you go like a 13-year-old doing that's weird.
That is fucked though, because that would be like what you're portraying two kids as what it is.
So that's where it comes. But also, I don't know.
That's the thing though. But like, if you know, they're completely fine to do it then, given you know, I guess people, I hope they still frown upon pedophiles, but I'm sure.
Yeah. They have fucking come on.
I mean, back then those people
back then, Fuck. Back then they had like king. Where you talk how back then are you talking like medieval? Like
Greek,
that?
And anything before like.
Well, back then they probably had kings marrying like 12-year-olds and shit like that, right? Like how crazy is that?
I do feel like our society is gonna like go more towards that. Yeah. It's like a weird cycle because we always like go into it and out, into it.
Well, our society is getting more sensitive as time. Not really, I think, right? Because most people you meet are normal still, but I just feel the way we see online, at least, it looks like everyone's very sensitive of how.
But it's also becoming. I think how people perceive is less. Yeah. Because they're being exposed to more. Yeah. You know, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
it's like.
Yeah, and we're kind of living in the era because we only have the history to look back, right? And our time right now is the digital age with so much connectivity, like at a high amount, crazy high amount. Like my parents didn't have that, right? They didn't have that level. We're the first to have that level. And see, my parents and their parents had very similar things, right? The technology was there, but it wasn't as crazy. The gap isn't as different as me and my parents. Like my dad barely knows how to use a touchscreen phone, and he's like 50. He's 63. 50, my head. 63. Yeah. He just barely knows how to use YouTube and shit. And I know so much about this. The gap is crazy, right? Between like my generation and my parents' generation. It's such a huge gap.
It fucks with me that like you know your parents' generation will say like, "Oh, you're so tech savvy." Yeah. And this is like it fucks with me. Like I was watching Cobra Kai, like that show. Yeah. And they're showing like one of the two, like they're really old now. Yeah. There's like one saying to the other, like, "Oh yeah, you're so tech savvy now." He's like posting on Facebook, and I'm just like, "Fuck me, man." I didn't know they were that lost. Like, yeah. It's too much.
And but you think about we're kind of setting the precedent for the kids in like 15 years. They'll kind of look back, and who knows what the gap will be, right? Maybe there wouldn't be a gap because we're just constantly going to evolve with technology.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there wouldn't be that, you know a lot more about technology than I do.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Exactly. That's what I thought it already was. But it's not. Yeah. It it's fucking with me. Like,
Yeah.
it's like it feels like we're like some kind of weird,
Yeah.
like flag bearers.
Yeah.
We're the ones that's supposed to like carry it on.
Yeah.
So-
We were at the start of the digital age. Like if you really think about it,
Yeah.
we like I think from anyone born from the 1990s up until today they're the ones that are there from the start of the digital age. The digital takeover, for example, where with social media, phones being touchscreen now, and everyone's glued to their phones. People get anxiety. I get anxiety if I lose my phone. Like, I remember I left my phone in the toilet of the gym. I went out, I got in my car, I'm like, where the like, my heart sank, dude. I was like, fuck. I ran it, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I lost, like if I left my sock in the gym or whatever, I wouldn't give a shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm not attached to it, but I'm so attached to my phone.
Yeah, legit.
And who knows what this attachment, this effect can have in the future, right? Because we're the ones first being experimented with all these sort of high levels of technology. So I don't think it's as bad as I feel like in generally it's in our head to be a little bit pessimistic, but I don't think it'll be that bad.
It's definitely
we
not
wouldn't know.
Small Chinese kids on iPads bad.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
those kids would definitely be up to some
Yeah, they'll be
shit by the time
yeah.
they're 6.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like I even coming into uni when I first started uni. We'll wrap this up because this is just meant to be for next time. But coming in for uni, I felt like I felt weird having my phone down while I'm at a table. Like
phone down, meaning
like not using my phone, and I look around and people are like constantly on their
phone, right?
Like it's like second nature.
Yeah,
And I felt weird putting it down. I'm just like, this is like such a minor thing, but it's gonna be like a thing where like people will not know what to do
if they don't have the phone. Yeah. And I was thinking of this yesterday because someone I know, I'm not gonna say who, but I just saw someone. This person posts a lot on it on social media, a lot. Like their whole like life is on social media. And in my head, I was in the shower when I thought about this because I always think a lot of wild shit when I'm in the shower. But I was thinking like, imagine like for that person, what would happen if they wake up one day and Instagram is gone? What is their identity, right? Like who are they without this? You know, like if you really think about it, like certain things, like what if you wake up one day and your phones are locked? Right, like who are you without that phone?
You get hit with that. Ew, you ugly as fuck.
You out of pocket.
I was listening to that song, and
was it you in the shower? Yeah, I was like, who's listening to Kendrick Lamar in the shower?
I never
take
realized
off
what
the
that's.
foo-foo.
Yeah.
Take off the cloud chase. Take off the Wi-Fi.
I didn't know what any of that meant.
Yeah.
He's taking all.
Take everything off, and what do you have? Ugh, you're ugly as fuck.
When I heard that, I was just giggling. Just like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a song he made on just the state of the thing, right? Like the pandemic and everything. It was buzzy that he in that song he says what? He says the world in a panic, the women are stranded, the men on the run. The market is crashing. Something like that. He's talking about what happened during the pandemic era. N95, right? The N95 mask. Yeah, fuck. We'll talk about Kendrick Lamar's album in the next thing. Because you're going for his concert.
Yeah.
So you should at least know what the album is about. Listen to a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, actually, I feel like I need to like get updated on that.
Yeah.
Even just on Kendrick Lamar's career as it is, because I know his songs and I know they're fucking sick.
Yeah. He's a genius, man.
A lot of them.
Yeah, he's a genius when it comes to just as a rapper. Like, compare him to Drake. I mean, I feel like we'll save this topic for the next one. But I feel like Drake is just a rapper. Kendrick Lamar is much more than that. He's much more than just a guy who sings songs. To me, at least. But we'll set it on the next one. All right, we better close this before I fucking run out of memory on my phone. All right.